Hey folks, I'm attorney Roger P. Foley, and today I'm going to talk to you about transporting of prisoners between one jurisdiction in Florida to another. And here's the example I'm going to use. I'm going to use Orlando and I'm going to use Broward County. You see there's a Broward County Department of Corrections bus, Sheriff's Office bus behind me. All right, so what am I talking about? Let's say that you're on probation in Broward County. You happen to be in Orlando and you are charged with a new crime. Let's say you're charged with grand theft in Orlando. You bond out. But guess what, folks? There's a hold placed on you because you have a violation now of probation in Broward County. So Orlando contacts Broward and says, hey guys, we got one of your people here. They picked up a new charge. There's a violation of probation, of course, in your area. Do you want to come pick them up? Of course, Broward says, sure. Does Broward rush to go get you? Nope. They usually have about 30 days. Now, what I tell clients or their families, if you're in Orlando and you're charged with a new crime, go ahead and post the bond amount for that new Orlando charge. Why? Because once that bond in Orlando is released, you've posted the bond. Now the only hold on you in this example would be Broward County. Broward County is alerted. They come pick you up whenever they come pick you up. Then you deal with your Broward case. If you're released, you're released. And then you can go on your own, take a car, take a bus, take a metro, whatever, to Orlando to deal with your case. Okay, so where does the problem come in? Well, here's what happens. Clients' families contact me and say, look, we don't know if the other attorney, we hired some attorney and we're not sure if he's doing his job. Well, what do you mean? Well, our brother has been sitting in Orlando for 2 weeks. Guess what, folks? There's nothing your attorney can do. Your private attorney can file a motion, right? So if I was in Broward County, I would file a motion or I'd contact the state attorney and I'd ask for a transport order to be signed. Of course, the judge will sign a transport order. The state attorney is going to agree. They may even file the motion. It may come from the defense attorney. It may come from the state attorney. And we do an agreed motion and then an agreed order the judge signs. It says, okay, there's going to be a court date. We're asking for you to transport them. Well, Orlando is notified. Broward Sheriff's Department, Department of Corrections is notified. And when they have time, they're not rushing. No one's breaking a sweat to come pick you up. Just so you know, you're going to be picked up whenever this bus decides to drive to Orlando and pick you up. So, is there anything your attorney can do other than filing that motion? Nope. Sometimes you got to file the motion twice. It happens. The judge signs the order, but no one acts. So you got to do maybe a renewed motion to transport. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes the transport doesn't happen. Some jurisdictions, and a lot of the jurisdictions in Florida, have a standing order that if where the person is currently located, so let's say Orange County, Orlando, if they have a court date within 5 days, they will not allow the transport to occur. They will not allow Broward to come pick up the inmate. So if it's outside of 5 days, they'll usually let that occur and Broward can come pick them up. So I wanted to give you a little bit of information about transport. Over the years, people do call. Here's the reality, folks. Other than filing a motion to transport that's usually agreed upon or even filed by the state, there's nothing your defense attorney can do. They can renew the motion. Hey, judge, you signed an order 3 weeks ago. He still hasn't been transported. I'd like to do a renewed motion. Well, the judge is going to say, well, Mr. Foley, I've already signed it. I know, Judge, but maybe we got to wake some people up at the sheriff's office. So we got to get them to come, pick up the client. We have a pending case on, whatever date. All right, Mr. Foley, I'll indulge you. They sign, and that's what happens. We are at the mercy of the Department of Corrections and the communication between the two jails, in this case, Orlando and Broward. Not knocking anyone. That's the process, folks. So I hope it helps. If you didn't know, now you know.